Hello everyone from Mandy Greenmont Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, as we get ready from the Scenic City Collegiate League matchup between the Nooga Choos and the Bandits. Hello everyone, my name is Mason Strawn. I'll be a broadcaster once more this morning as these two teams will get ready for Day 3, our first game of this third day of the season here in the Scenic City League as these two teams get ready to battle out. Bandits will be the home team, your team in the field right now with their blue jerseys and black pants. It'll be the Choos starting off on the hitting side wearing their white uniforms with their black pants as well. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the starters between these two sides. We'll go ahead and look at the Bandits really quickly here as they're the team in the field. Henson will be the starter here tonight. She will wear number 26 on the mound here tonight. Excuse me, that's actually Ryan Presswood who's on the mound to start here tonight. She will wear number 5. As Henson will hit leadoff, she'll wear number 26. She'll be subbed in and out with Presswood. She'll be the hitter tonight. Cunningham will hit second, playing at first base. Massengale at second will hit third. It'll be Harvey at third, hitting fourth. Holton center will, left will hit fifth. Lewis will hit sixth in the sixth spot. That'll be at the shortstop position. Wagoneer will be the starting catcher once more in the 7 hole. Walls in right will be in right field, and Fairs will be in center. The first pitch hit on to center, and that ball gets down. It'll be Fox who makes contact and is able to stride into second base. So just like that, first pitch of the ball game from Presswood, and Emily Fox, who is the leadoff hitter tonight for this Choo squad, will line one out to center and get a double as not able to make the play. First was the center fielder, Abby Fairs, who tried to make connection but couldn't get a hold of it. So runner on second just like that on the first pitch. So the next one's outside for ball one as Kai Ricks, stepping in for this Choo squad, will be tonight's center fielder and make her way up to the bat here, or up to bat here in the top of this first inning. Next pitch she'll see on the outer half, called for strike 1-1. So Ricks, the University of South Carolina product with the UNC product on second. She'll try and maybe look at third, will not make the advance. The next pitch is outside and away, ball 2. No score, runner on second after Fox sees the first pitch and puts it into left center field where Fairs couldn't make the catch. Next swing from Ricks will be fouled off. It'll be 2-2 the count. As Fox now sits at second base, the rising sophomore from the University of North Carolina gets herself on the board once more. As Presswood's into with a 2-2. Up in the zone, ball 3, full count as catcher Wagoneer looking down, making sure that Fox isn't able to advance to third. Already good speed she has shown in yesterday's game. The next pitch swung on and fouled off out of play. Full count. As Rick's trying to stay alive as Ross sits in the on-deck circle. Kai Ricks once again wearing number 8, starting in the 8th position in center field. The next pitch to her. On the outer half, ball 4. Now runners on first and second. Rick's able to draw a walk and still nobody out, and the UTEP commit now trying to see if she can get out of the pickle after giving up a leadoff double and a walk now as Fox sits on second and Rick's at first. It brings up tonight's second baseman Cassidy Ross. The first pitch to her. Swung on, hit softly to the right-hand side. Cunningham will pick it up, throws to first in time, 1 away. As the runners are able to advance to second and third. They'll bring up the 4-hole hitter, Christian Fowler. So Ross goes down on a 3-4 as Cunningham able to pick up the soft grounder. Now Fowler comes up. First pitch she'll see down in the dirt, ball 1. 1 out, runners on second and third after a leadoff double and a walk. And the ground out to first. Still no score here in the top of the first inning as the rising freshman headed to UTEP next year with the next pitch fouled off for 1-1. Fowler, tonight's left fielder, wearing number 2, stepping in on that right-handed batter's box once more. Rising senior from Trenton, Georgia. The next pitch. Off speed, fouled up and out of play, 1-2. As Fowler, who attended University of West Georgia last year, the Division I school, played in 31 games, got 12 starts to her name. The next pitch. Hit foul once more out of play, still 1-2. Fowler, who was primarily used as a pinch runner for a lot of last season as well, did collect 4 of the 9 hits that she had for extra bases. Attended Cleveland State for JUCO for 2 years before going D1. The next pitch. Hit to the second base side. It'll get through. That'll score a run. Ricks will turn, try and make the throw home. The play will not be there. Ricks will score. Runner will advance to second. Fowler's in there. And a 2-run single, and just like that, the Choos take an early 2-0 lead. On the single back up the middle by Fowler that she's able to advance to second on. So now with 1 away, 2-run score and a runner on second base. So 2-run single by Fowler, and it brings up the catcher Clark. Swung on, foul tipped, strike 1. As Clark headed again in university next year. Next pitch on the outer half called for a ball, 1-1. 1 out, runner on second after the 2-run single by Christian Fowler. It'll be the catcher who steps up next, fouls this one off to the left-hand side as the soon-to-be member of Gannon University, the Division II school in Erie, Pennsylvania, steps in once more. Presswood headed off to UTEP next year. Looking to get out of the inning after giving up the 2-run single, a leadoff double and a walk. The other sets of damage against her. Hit to the shortstop side, picked up cleanly, throws to first in time. Throw back from Cunningham to third. Is it in time? She will not be able to dive into third base safely as Fowler. So a ground out does at least move the batter forward. With 2 away, and already 2 on the board, Riley Demers will step to the plate. First pitch to her outside for ball 1 is Demers, tonight's third baseman. Going to see if she can add another run. Had a couple of hits in last night's game. Next pitch to her, hit to the shortstop side. Picked cleanly, thrown first, will be in time. And Presswood able to get out with any more damage against her. As we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 your score. The Choos strike early thanks to Fox, Ricks, and Fowler. When we come back, we'll head to the bottom of the first inning as the Bandits will come up to hit. Here from Mandy Greenmont Field here in the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We'll be back in just a moment. Two nothing your score as we enter to the bottom of the first inning. The Bandits will come up to the plate as the Choos now will take the field, as it'll be Robbie Van making the start. Her second appearance here in the Scenic City League. She'll face off against Henson. First pitch down and in, ball 1 as it'll actually be Ryan Presswood who comes up. We had Henson at first on the board. It is now Presswood actually who will start us off. So 1-0 the count now to the night's starting pitcher. Van, the next pitch. Inside hit to the shortstop side. A clean grab and held on to, so 1 away as going for it there was Fox. She'll pick it up cleanly. So Presswood lines out the first base. One away, and it'll bring up Ella Cunningham now, the Michigan State product, headed to Troy University next year in the transfer portal. The left-hander waits. Fouls this one up and out of play, 0-1 as Cunningham, league leaders in batting average this year, hitting a .750 already, granted only in 3 games played, but nonetheless. Fourth appearance here as she stepped in yesterday as well. The next pitch, swung on and fouled off once more, 0-2. Presswood lines out Henson now. Or excuse me, this is Cunningham at the plate. Henson was the one that we had initially wrote in for Presswood. She'll make the at-bat though and lines out to short. So Cunningham comes up 0-2 now, the count to her after the initial 2 foul balls. The next pitch. On the outer half, did she go around? They will say no, 1-2. So Cunningham, fortunate enough, not going to take the swing of the out and away fastball. Trying to stay alive here and see if she can get herself on. Next pitch, hit over to the left-hand side. Shortstop Fox will get underneath it in foul ground and make the play 2 away. Bring up Tatum Massengale, the second baseman, in the 3-hole here tonight. So 2 outs, nobody on. A quick 2 outs early here for Robbie Van, making her first initial start. Had a relief appearance last time she pitched, as her next pitch is hit off for a foul ball, 0-1. Now getting a chance to start here for this Choo-Choo squad. She went 4 innings of relief in her first appearance. Next pitch hit out towards center field. Ricks will get underneath it. She'll make the play, and that'll be out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Robbie Van, and we'll head to the top of the second. 2-0 your score after 1. We'll head to the top of the second inning as the Choo-Choos will try and see if they can commit some more offense here in that second frame. We'll find out if they're able to do so here in just a moment from Andy Greenmund Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Senior City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Do nothing your score. The Choo-Choos lead over the Bandits here as we head into the top of the second inning, as the Choo-Choos will come up to the bat once more. It'll be Taylor Hancock who will lead us off here tonight, the right fielder in the 7th spot. As Presswood will step out once more, give up that leadoff double, as well as a walk to Fox and Ricks before Fowler then got the 2-run single as that pitch goes up and away for ball 1. Was able to get Clark to ground out as well as Demers, both to the shortstop side. So Hancock now trying to see if she can start off this inning with a bang. Next pitch. Hit right back up the middle, and she'll do exactly that. A single to lead us off as back-to-back leadoff hits for the Choo-Choos in back-to-back innings as Hancock puts it right back up the middle, and a runner will be on first. As that'll bring up Frankie Martins now, the tonight's first baseman. Hancock will get a leadoff single. First pitch to Martins on the outer half, called for a strike, 0-1. Is the pitcher dash infielder for this Choo-Choo squad. Next pitch to her. Swung on, hit to the shortstop side, picked off cleanly, throw back to first, but able to get back in safely as Hancock, so Martins will line out to the shortstop side. As now Lewis, who is tonight's shortstop for this Bandit squad, seeing a lot of action here tonight, it feels like. Next pitch from Presswood up in the zone for ball 1. 1 away, runner on first. As now Emily Jones will make her way into the box, wearing number 3. Next pitch. On the inner half, called for a strike, 1-1. Jones hitting in for Robbie Van. Tonight's pitcher, she'll be the DP tonight. That's the 1-1. Swung on and hit straight up into the air. Not able to get around and make its way to it in time, those Wagoneers. So 1-2. Presswood, who entered into the day with a 2.33 ERA. That one sits up and away, ball two. One of the leaders here in the Scenic City League as it stands. Olivia Laney with a 0 ERA as of the current moment. Smith right behind her as well. Cunningham on the lower half as Presswood's next pitch out and away. Ball three. Full count now with a runner on first and one away. Presswood, one of the top 4 here this season already. Next pitch. Swing on and miss. Strike 3 as Jones goes down swinging, 2 away. We'll head back to the top of the order as Fox, who had the leadoff double in that top of the first inning, comes back up for the second time tonight. First pitch to her, skied up to the second base side. We'll get underneath it in time and we'll make the play. Will be Massingale, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. So a clean inning out of Presswood. She's able to get out of it cleanly, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning with no damage done. 2-0 your score. The Choos lead here after 1.5. When we come back, the Bandits will come up to hit and see if they can respond. We'll be right back after this quick break from Mandy Greenmund Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Two nothing your score. We head to the bottom of the second inning. The Choos lead over the Bandits here as now we'll go back to the top half or bottom half of the inning. As now it'll be Ella Grace Harvey, tonight's third baseman, who will step up after a 1-2-3 inning for the Choos in that top half, or in the bottom of the first, I should say. As now Harvey, wearing number 77, will step in. First pitch from Robbie Van on the outer half, called a strike 0-1. So Van, again, who made her initial start in a relief appearance in Game 1, gets her second appearance on the mound. Next pitch fouled off, 0-2. Pitching 4 innings of relief in Game 1 of Frankie Martin, she comes in here today and gets the start. Worked a clean first inning, trying to see if she can do so here in the second frame. Next pitch hit out towards second base side. The shortstop Fox will call it off and make the play, 1 away. So another out by Fox, as she'll get herself her third putout of the night. As J.C. Holt will step in, tonight's left fielder. First pitch to her. Pulls back the bunt. Outside it will sit 1-0. So for Holt, one of the league leaders in RBIs as it stands, 4 to her name already this year. Her next attempt fouled off on the bunt. 1-1 now the count. She sits just behind Lindsay Henson of this Bandits squad with 5. Macy Strickland tied with her, as well as Cunningham, 4 apiece for both of them. The next pitch. Swung on and missed, 1-2, as Holt trying to reach for that one, not able to make contact on the outer half, as Van now trying to see if she can pull through with another clean outing. 1-2 to Holt. Swung on, fouled off, up and out of play as the Division I product trying to stay alive here. Rising senior from Maryland East Shore, the Division I school. The 1-2 from Van. Outer half called a ball, 2-2, as Holt trying to stay alive, looking for Bandits' first hit. Team that's already 2-0 on the year. Some dominant victories for them, trying to stay alive here. The 2-2. Swung on and hit hard out towards right center field. It'll be Ricks who gets underneath it, though, able to track it down cleanly, and 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Bring up Addie Lewis now. Tonight's shortstop will set in as the 6th spot in the batting lineup. 2 away, no one on. 2-0 still your score. The Choo-Choos lead here in the bottom of the second inning. As Robbie Van trying to work another clean. Should be able to start it off with a strike, 0-1. So for Lewis, who yesterday had 2 singles to her name, comes up once more. Second pitch to her inside, 1-1, as Lewis, 2 singles, scored on both of those attempts. Flew out to right field and struck out swinging in her last game. That was against the Smoky Mountain Rain in yesterday's matchup. 1-1. Swung on, hit hard out to right center. Ricks will try and get underneath it. She will once more, and the fleet-footed outfielder able to track it down once again. We'll head to the top of the third inning. Another clean inning of work for Robbie Van. We'll be right back after this quick break here from Mandy Greenmund Field in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The Choo-Choos will come up to hit once more. Here, they lead 2-0 in the Scenic City League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Top of the third inning, 2-0 your score. The Choo-Choos lead here after 2. They'll come back to hit once more, and Kai Ricks will be the one who starts us off. A walk already for her tonight and a run scored. She'll see if she can lead off this third frame. The Choo-Choos already with back-to-back leadoff inning hits. A double from Fox in that first frame, and then a single from Hancock in the second. Look to see if Ricks can pick up one of her own. Again, has already reached base due to a walk. Stepping in for this Choo-Choo squad here tonight is now Wagoneer having an issue with her helmet, trying to make sure straps are all set and fine with it. Actually, I think that's her glove that she's messing with. Nonetheless, it seems to exactly be the case. She tries to get that all sorted out for herself. Webbing of her glove, it looks like, as she's trying to see if she can sort that out for herself here. So 2-0 your score. The Choo-Choos lead here after 2, coming up to hit one more time. Fox scoring after hitting the leadoff double. A walk to Ricks allowed for her to come around as well. That all came thanks to the 2-run single by Christian Fowler, after Ross grounded out and advanced the runners from second and first to second and third. The lone scoring here for the Choo-Choos already. Ricks comes up now as the catcher Wagoneer seems to be all set. First pitch from Presswood on the outer half. Called a ball, 1-0. So Ricks tonight's starting center fielder. Next pitch. Outer half, called a ball once more, 2-0. The South Carolina product. Plays primarily with the Smoky Mountain Rain. The next pitch to her, just outside, 3-0. Rick's trying to see if she can work her second walk here of the morning, I should say. Still About 10:30 here. Next pitch up in the zone. Called a strike, 3-1. Well, delayed call there as Ricks thought she had ball 4. Not going to be the case. The 3-1. Upper half of the zone. This time ball 4, and it allows for a runner to advance. So Ricks will get on with nobody out, and a second straight walk for her today. Presswood has allowed a batter to reach on the first appearance of the inning in all 3 she has thrown. And it'll bring up Cassidy Ross, who already has grounded out the first. First pitch to her, up in the zone, ball 1, 1-0. Ross, tonight's second baseman. Swung on, hit hard out to center field. That ball will get down. Ricks will turn for second and make her way to third. Throw will not beat her there. She will make it in safely. Runners at the corners with nobody out. And a single by Ross has now put runners at the corners for Christian Fowler, who already has 2 RBIs tonight. Presswood now with more trouble on the base paths. Brings up Fowler, who already has the 2-run single. Next pitch, hit hard to the right-hand side, just a couple feet foul. It will land 0-1. That one came about 2 feet from being a double, possibly triple territory for the rising senior, University of West Georgia. Fowler steps in once more. That's the next pitch from Presswood. Down in the dirt, ball. The runner will advance cleanly as Wagoneer won't even throw down, so a stolen base by Ross. Now puts runners at second and third with still nobody out. 1-1 now the count. Next pitch. On the inner half, called a strike, 1-2. Fowler already with a 2-run single earlier with runners at second and third, looking to replicate. Next pitch, hit to the right-hand side, and she looks to have done just exactly that. The play will be made by the right fielder, but they will hold the runner at third. So runners back to the corners, and another run will score. Ricks will head her way home. Ross will advance to third. The Choos now lead 3-0. So Fowler with a single. The next pitch called down. It'll be 1-0. As now Ariana Clark comes up, grounded out to shortstop her last time up for the Gannon University commit. Next pitch hit hard to the left-hand side. It's going to land foul. Just got around a little too early on that one. 1-1. It's Clark, who has put some good swings on the softball here in this season already, trying to see if she can put extra bases on the board. Nobody out, runners at the corners. A run's already scored, 3-0. The Choos now lead. Clark waits for the next pitch. On the inner half, called a strike, 1-2. Clark, who flew out both times she came up yesterday with the next pitch, fouls it off to the right-hand or left-hand side, I should say. Still 1-2. Flew out to right field both times she came up in yesterday before Martins came in and hit for her in the 5th and 6th inning. The next pitch in the dirt, ball low, 2-2 as Fowler still sits at first base, will not try and advance. Runner still at the corners. Ross sits at third. Next pitch from Presswood. Swung on a hit hard down the left field side. It'll go out of play for a foul ball. Still 2-2. Presswood trying to work her way out of the pickle. She's already given up 3 runs here tonight. Entered into the ball game with a 233 earned run average. It's 2-2. Swung on, hit to the third base side. Picked up cleanly across to Cunningham. She'll make the play. The run will score. So an out recorded, but still a runner in scoring position. Another run tallied for the Choos. They now lead 4-0. Riley Demers will now come up as stepping out for the moment here will be, of course, the head coach for this Bandit squad. Just trying to make sure that Crestwood's all set for the moment here, as the infield will come into the circle for the moment and have a chat. Still one away, 4-0 now your score. The essentially, you could call it sacrifice ground out by Clark Arouse for the run to come around. As Fowler now sits at second base. Crestwood trying to see if she can clean herself up here. Demers, tonight's third baseman, steps up once more in the 6th spot. First pitch. Outer half, called a ball 1-0. Next pitch, hammered down the left side, will be hit foul. Almost takes out her third base coach for a moment there. Demers now, again, had a couple of hits yesterday, trying to see what she can do here. Still now leading 4-0. The next pitch, swung on, hit softly towards the pitching mound, but it bounced off for a foul ball, 1-2. Demers, the rising junior from Greensboro, North Carolina. Lee's McRae last year, the Division II school. 1-2. On the outer half, did she go around? Not going to be the call. Still 2-2. Runner at second and Fowler. Still now one away. Next pitch hit hard to the right-hand side. Henson will try and get underneath it. She will. That'll be out number 2. So Henson comes in for Cunningham at first base. Records the next out. So 2 away with a runner still on second. It'll be Hancock who now steps up. Already a single to her name here tonight. She led off in that top of the second frame. First pitch hit to the third base side, picked off cleanly across to Henson, out number 3. So Crestwood able to get out of it with back-to-back outs, and we'll head to the bottom of the third inning. 4-0 now your score. The Choo-Choos add on 2 more. When we come back, we'll head to the bottom of the third inning as the Choo-Choos will come out to the field and the Bandits will come up to hit. Here from Mandy Greenmund Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City League here. Vimeo, and we'll be right back after this quick break as the Bandits come up to hit. Four nothing now your score. The Choo-Choos lead after adding 2 more in that top of the third inning. The Bandits coming up with the bottom half of their hitting order. It'll be Dallas Wagoneer, the catcher, starting off. Followed up by Reagan Wall, the right fielder, and Abby Fairs, the center fielder tonight. But Wagoneer now steps in. First pitch to her from Robbie Van, fouled off the left-hand side, strike 1. Wagoneer steps in for the first time here tonight. Clean 6 straight down for Robbie Van. She'll get the new ball to her mound here for the moment. So for Van, the rising junior out of Binghamton, Georgia, already with 2 clean innings. Next pitch hit hard to the right side, fouled off once more by the catcher. But for Van, rising junior who attended Georgia Military College last year after spending a year at Coastal Alabama Community College. Looking to see what she can do here. The next pitch, swung on, hit hard to the left-hand side, and the first hit for the Bandits will come from their catcher as Wagoneer is able to put one into left field. It finds some grass. She'll reach for the first time here tonight, so with a runner on, nobody out, it'll bring up Reagan Wall, tonight's right fielder, who's been one of the leading hitters in the Scenic City League so far. 714 batting average for her. First pitch. Looks for the bunt, hits it towards the mound. It'll be picked up by Demers instead. Across to first. Martins couldn't clean it up. Runners will advance to second and third. The throw to second will not be in time, so it allows for the runners to advance. I don't believe the throw is going to matter at first. Martins, though, has it bounce off her glove. It allows Wall to advance to second. So Wagoneer makes her way all the way to third. So now runners in scoring position. It'll bring up the center fielder, Fairs. Wall with the bunt towards the third base side. Demers' throw, I don't believe, was going to be in time either way, so we'll see if it's labeled as a single or as an error, and it will be a single. So back-to-back hits here against Van. The next pitch. Swung on, hit out towards right center field. Rick's trying to track it down. She won't be able to get there in time. It'll be at least a run-scoring single. Trying to turn and make the way home would be Wall. The throw is not in time. The throw down to second won't be there. It'll make its way into center field. Fairs will be able to make her way to second base, so a two-run single as Wall able to beat the throw home. Abby Fairs able to score two on the single, and it'll bring up Henson now. The runner on second and nobody out. Excuse me, that's Ryan Presswood now, I should say. So Presswood steps in. Wants the first pitch upside or up high, but be called for a strike. 0-1. Now 4-2 your score after the two-run single by Fair. She advances to second on the throw. Next pitch inside of Presswood, called a ball. Or excuse me, called for a strike. 0-2. It's a little delayed there, but called a strike nonetheless. Nobody out, runner on second. Next pitch. Swung on, hit to the right-hand side, getting underneath it, able to do so, and will hang on to it in time. Will be Taylor Hancock, so 2-1 away as Presswood flies out to the right-hand side. Now, it will be Cunningham who comes to the plate. So Henson came into the field for her a moment ago in that top of the third inning. It'll now be Cunningham who comes to hit. With one away and a runner still on second. First pitch swung on hard, hit out towards left field. It'll be picked off in foul ground and held on to as Lewis didn't know how many outs there were. She'll be doubled up. So Fairs didn't realize how many outs were in the inning. She gets doubled off at second base on the fly out to left. And we'll head to the top of the fourth. 4-2 your score. The Bandits able to respond, but they'll have to take the field here after the double play. We'll be right back after this quick break here from Andy Greenmund Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City League. We'll be back in just a moment. Four-2 now your score. The Bandits able to put up two on the board as Ella Cunningham will now make her way onto the mound. Henson will now move to first base and stay there permanently. Presswood will go back to the bench after 2 innings of work from her. As the first pitch from the left-hander headed to Troy. On attempt, Martins will miss it though. 0-1 the count on the strike. As Martins will lead us off, lined out to the shortstop her first time up. Jones sits in the on-deck circle. Next pitch to Martins. Tries for the bunt, hits that one up into the netting once more, 0-2. As Cunningham has made a couple of appearances already here in the Scenic City League. Had one in yesterday's game for the Smokies. Or excuse me, for the Choos as she started off. Or it was for the Smokies, I apologize. Next pitch, up and away, ball one. As Cunningham had the initial start yesterday, coming in to start for them after coming in relief of Henson yesterday for 3 innings. She made 2 other innings for the Smokies. She gave up no earned runs. The 1-2. Swung on, hit foul once more. Martin staying alive. She tries to lead off this inning once more. All 3 of these innings, Presswood had given up 2 hits and a walk. Choos trying to see if they can keep the offense rolling to start off the frame. The next pitch from Cunningham. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 will not be able to stay the case as she'll go down swinging. And bring up Emily Jones, who last time also went down on strikes. 1 away, nobody on, and Emily Jones will now come up. As yesterday she picked up 2 singles to her name. Gonna see if she can get herself on the board here with 1 out. First pitch, did she go around high in the zone? She did not. 1-0. Cunningham, left-hander, will lean back and deliver. On the outer half, called a strike, 1-1. Cunningham, who spent last year, made 5 pitching appearances at Michigan State. Head off to Division I Troy University next year, trying to continue the softball journey at the Division I level. Trying to get some more reps here in the Scenic City as her next pitch on the outer half called for a strike 1-2 as the velocity burns through Jones. 1 away, nobody out, nobody on. 4-2 your score. The Bandits find 2 in that bottom of the 3rd inning, but a double play ends it early for them. Next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 up in the zone. Back-to-back swinging strikeouts as Cunningham working quickly here through this top of the 4th inning. It'll bring up the UNC product and Emily Fox. Fox comes up with 2 outs and no one on. Last time we saw her, she flew out to the second baseman. Massengale made the play. First pitch to her, swung on a miss. Strike 1. Fox, who has her older sister on the Tar Heel squad as well, the rising senior, I should say. The 0-1, swung on and missed, strike 2 as another fastball burns right through. As Cunningham working furiously already through this 4th frame. Fox trying to keep the inning alive, already a leadoff double in that first inning to her name, where she scored on the 2-run single from Fowler. The 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3, a 1-2-3, strike them all out. Type inning for Ella Cunningham, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. So quick work made by the Troy commit, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 4-2 your score. Bandits trying to see if they can furiously make the comeback after going down 4-0. Already 2 on the board for them. When we come back, we'll have the bottom of the 4th frame as the Bandits will go to work. Here from Andy Greenman Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Your score. The Choos still lead over the Bandits here at Andy Greenman Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. If you're tuning in for the first time here today, We sit into the bottom of the 4th inning. Robbie Van trying to see if she can make it through 4 clean. The first pitch on the inside will be called for a strike, as it will be Tatum Massengale who leads us off, the 3-hole hitter and the second baseman tonight. The Bandits were able to find 2 in that 3rd inning, not able to convert any further on the double play. Next pitch to Massengale, hit out to the right-hand side, picked off cleanly and held on to by the second baseman Cassidy Ross, so 1 away as Massengale lines out. Just like that, it'll bring up the 4-hole hitter, and Ella Grace Harvey. So Harvey, tonight's 3rd baseman. Tennessee Tech comes up. First pitch from Van. Up in the zone, ball 1. Van trying to see if she can make her way through 4. Had in a relief appearance in the first game of the season for this Choo squad for Frankie Martins. Looked solid in her appearance. Has not been able to pitch since. She gets the start tonight. Has looked solid as they off speed outside. Will be called for a strike on the swing. 1-1. For Van last year, in 19 appearances, had 5 starts to her name. Went 2-4 with 2 saves and 3 complete games to her name. As the next pitch from Harvey, laced down the left field side, making its way to the wall, able to make the catch in left field, and hanging on will be Fowler, 2 away. Fowler able to track that one down just in front of the fence. 2 outs now. J.C. Holt will come up. Lined out to center field last time. First pitch to Holt on the outer half, called a ball 1-0. One of the RBI leaders currently entering into this ball game with 4 to her name. Maryland Eastern Shore of the Division I school. The next pitch. Swung on, hit hard down towards the right field side. Trying to get underneath it will be Hancock. She will in foul ground, or that will be out number 3. Van able to get out of it pretty quickly here, and we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Robbie Van, and the Choo-Choos will come back to hit once more. 4-2 your score. The Bandits still down to the Choo-Choos after 4. When we come back, the Nuga Choo-Choos will come back to hit. Mandy Greenmont Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching Scenic City Collegiate League. We'll be right back after this quick break for your top of the 5th inning. Top of the 5th inning, Choo-Choos come back up to the plate, leading 4-2. Leading us off here will be Addie Lewis, or excuse me, that is actually supposed to be Ricks who will be leading us off. Addie Lewis is on Bandits. That's definitely not the right player we're looking for, as Ricks will start us off, tonight's center fielder. 2 walks, 2 runs scored for her already tonight. She'll face off against Cunningham for the first time, who came in relief of Presswood. Try for her second inning of work. First pitch. Bunt attempt hit foul into the left-handed batter's, or the right-handed batter's box, let's just say, the left box, but 0-1 the count. So Rick trying to see what she can do here. Remember, usually the Smoky Mountain Rain getting in on this action here today with the Choo-Choos. Scored 35 runs in her 2 seasons, had 19 stolen bases. Was second on the team in stolen bases her sophomore years. That one swung on and missed, 0-2. 0-2 the count, nobody out in the leadoff spot. Ricks fouls it off, trying to stay alive. She will indeed. As Cassidy Ross, who already has a single and a stolen base to her name, sits in the on-deck circle. Ricks shows bunt. Cunningham, the left-hander, delivers. Outside, a ball 1-2. So for Ricks from Fayetteville, Georgia, two Division I products will face off once more. Lefty v lefty. The next delivery from Cunningham. Swung on, hit hard to the right-hand side, getting underneath it though, and calmly picking it off will be Wall. One away. So a line out to right field as Ricks got a heart of that one, but not able to find any green grass, and it'll bring up Cassidy Ross. Again, a stolen base and a single to her name already tonight. Grounded out to first in her first appearance. The next pitch from Cunningham. Swung on, hit hard to the left-hand side. This one will land foul, 0-1. Ross, tonight's second baseman. Rising Richards Sr. out of University of West Georgia. Her teammate Fowler in the on-deck circle at West Georgia from Leesburg, Florida. Steps in with an 0-1 count. Up in the zone, ball 1-1 now the count on the off-speed. Reaching a little too far inside as the Division I products face off once more. Cunningham now trying to get through her second inning of relief. Next pitch. On the inner half, called a strike. Froze the batter Ross on the off-speed, 1-2. Cunningham, who struck out her first three batters in that fourth inning. Line out now looking for strikeout number 5. It'll be hit to the first base side. Henson will pick it up cleanly and jog her way to first, 2 away. So another ground out to first base for Fowler. And now, or excuse me, for Ross, and now Fowler will be the one who comes up to the plate. So Fowler, 2 singles already tonight. RBIs on both attempts. 3 now on the night for her. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Big fastball up in the zone. Called for a strike. 0-1. Nobody on, 2 away for Fowler. Next pitch. Swung on and missed. Another fastball high, 0-2, as Fowler trying to catch up to the heater. The left fielder has already made a couple of decent plays in left here tonight. Comes up once more. The next pitch from Cunningham. On the outer half, called strike 3. It'll be a strikeout looking. Cunningham's 4th already in her second inning of work. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 4-2 still your score. The Choos lead over the Bandits. Bandits trying to furiously mount the comeback here. When we come back, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning here from Andy Greenmont Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City League here from Chattanooga. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-2 your score. Robbie Van steps out once more for the Choos as they lead here over the Bandits through 4 and a half, I should say, as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Added Lewis will now step up tonight's shortstop. Lined out towards right center last time as Kai Ricks was able to track it down the center fielder. As Van now looking to make it through 5 possibly. Next pitch. Outer half called for ball 1 as Lewis will lead us off here in the bottom of the 5th frame. After 3 straight singles from Wagner, Wall, and Fairs, fly out from Henson and a double play out of Cunningham resulted in the 2 runs at least scoring, but now Lewis laces one to right center once more. Ricks runs it down again, almost identical to her first at-bat. She'll go down once more. So 1 away as Lewis lines out to right center, and Wagoneer, who had that leadoff single in that 3rd frame that started all the scoring for the Bandits, as they still find themselves down by 2 here in this bottom of the 5th, comes up once more. First pitch. Up and away, ball 1, as Van now trying to make her way through the rest of this inning quickly here. Wagoneer, the Newbury College rising sophomore, trying to see what she can do. Next pitch. Swung on, hit to the third base side, lands foul, 1-1. Wagoneer as well. Attended Gordon Lee High School, played power forward on the basketball team before heading off to college last year at Newbury. Played in 8 games and had 7 starts to her name. 3 RBIs. 2 runs scored. Next pitch inside. Almost clipped the jersey. It'll be a ball, 2-1. Wagoneer scored in her last appearance. Her lone at-bat, a single. Was able to come around on the hit from Fairs on the outer half. Call it a strike, 2-2. And continuing to work. Does not have a strikeout to her name, but has not walked anybody either. Has only given up 3 hits here tonight. The next pitch. Swung on, hit right back up the middle. The shortstop trying to make the play. Fox will pick it up. Cannot make the throw in time. She'll airmail it towards the dugout. But I don't think Fox was going to get the throw off in time, so Wagoneer will reach. We'll see if that's labeled as a hit or as a error, but it will count as a hit. Wagoneer on for the 2nd time tonight. Another hit to her name. Brings up Wall, who also singled her last time up. First pitch to her. Down and away, 1-0. Catcher Wagoneer now sits at first base, 1 out. Runner on, still down by 2 are the Bandits. Wall trying to possibly see if she can at least advance the runners or possibly tie this ball game. Next pitch from Vanna, outer half, called a ball, 2-0. Reagan Wall, product of the next pitch on the swing attempt from the bunt will go down for a strike, 2-1. Reagan Wall again headed off, the one that's headed off to Georgia Tech next year. Product from James Madison University. 2-1, swung on, hit to the left-hand side. The left fielder will get underneath it and will hang on to it there. That'll be the likes of Fowler, so 2 away as Wall pops up the left-hand side. We'll head to the bottom of the order now in Fairs, who hit the 2-run single as Wagoneer and Wald scored, but that was cut off on the double play. After not realizing how many outs there were in that 4th inning, or in that, yes, it was the 3rd inning. The next pitch. Down in the zone, called for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs, runner on first. Presswood comes in now for the catcher. She'll be at first base and running. Fairs looking to see if she can add on to the tally of RBI. Swung on, hit out to center field. Ricks gets right underneath it. She'll get there and make the play. And we'll make it through 5. Robbie Van looking strong here for this Choos squad. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning, 4-2 your score. The Nuga Choos lead over the Bandits here through 5. When we come back, Choos will get their chance to hit here in the top of the 6th inning from Mandy Greenmund Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've been watching the Scenic City League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Top of the 6th inning, 4-2 your score. The Choos lead over the Bandits here through 5. The Choos come back up to hit. It'll be Ariana Clark, who's grounded out her first 2 times at the plate. Will head back up once more. Grounded out the third, her last time up, the catcher for this squad once again. As they lead here late in this one, Cunningham will step back up. First pitch from the Michigan State product, swung on and missed, strike 1. As Clark with feels like a strong swing, one that's brought a lot of pop to this Choo lineup, but has not been able to capitalize on it here tonight. 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2 on the outer half. Fastball continue to work here for Cunningham. The Arlington, Virginia native trying to catch up to the heater. The 0-2 from Cunningham. On the outer half, fouled off. Staying alive will be Clark. Clark last year, the 4-year varsity starter at Bishop O'Connell High School, who has won 75 straight games, has not lost since April 29th of 2022. The next pitch on the outer half called for a ball, 1-2. Bishop O'Connell, of course, where Clark is from, went 20-0 last year, won their state title once more with the Division I high school, the 1-2. Off speed, up in the zone, just a little too high, 2-2. Clark continues to stay alive. Cunningham trying to work another clean frame. Struck out 3 in that 4th inning. A line out, a ground out, and a strikeout as well last time. That swing from Clark gets down into left center. She'll turn first, stays placed though, so it'll be a single from Clark. A strong swing will place one into that left center field gap. Cunningham will allow her first base runner of this ball game. On a single to Ariana Clark, and now Demers will step up to the plate. Demers, tonight's third baseman, a ground out and a fly out for her. Grounds out to shortstop and a fly out to the first base side. First pitch she'll see on the half, called for a strike, 0-1. Hancock waits in the on-deck circle. A single and a ground out for her already tonight. Demers trying to see if she can advance Clark here to lead off this inning. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2 was a little one off that as Demers was a little too early on the swing. So for Demers, the rising junior at the D2 School of Lee's. He now with the next pitch on the outer half, called for a ball, 1-2. The North Carolina native trying to stay alive as Lee's McRae. Excuse me, that Division II that she attended last year. Next pitch, up in the zone, ball 2, 2-2. As Demers, who attended Northwest Guilford High School, played in 11 games last year, did not get to play her freshman season. Awaits the next pitch, 2-2 the count, nobody out, runner on first. Swung on and missed, strike 3, another strikeout for Cunningham, her 4th. Swinging strikeout, her 5th this ball game. And now brings up Hancock with a runner on first and 1 away. So Taylor Hancock now, who attended Cleveland State, steps up to the plate. On the outer half, called for a ball, 1-0. Played in 42 games last year at the JUCO school. Next pitch to her on the outer half, called for a strike, 1-1. Clark sits at first with a single to her name, her first hit against Cunningham here tonight, her 3rd inning of relief. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Big fastball outside, 1-2. Martin sits in the on-deck circle as it currently stands, tonight's first baseman. The next pitch to Hancock, up in the zone, ball 2, 2-2 now. The Michigan State product, trying to get past the JUCO student. Hancock, who attended McMinn County High School, originally from Athens, Tennessee, waits. Then 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the out and away fastball, back-to-back strikeouts swinging. And now 6 for Cunningham through 2 2/3 of an inning of work. That'll be up Frankie Martins, who already has a strikeout tonight. She was the first victim of Cunningham in that 4th frame. First pitch to her. On the inner half, called a strike 0-1. Lined out to shortstop, her first time up in that 2nd inning. 0 for 2 tonight for the first baseman, waiting for the next pitch, lefty v lefty. Up in the zone, ball 1-1-1. Clark still stands at first. The leadoff single, back-to-back strikeouts though by Cunningham, looking to minimize the threat. Next pitch. Off speed on the outer half, called a strike 1-2 as Cunningham looking strong in her relief appearance here today. Presswood gave up all 4 runs. Now Cunningham trying to see if she can shut down this rest of the inning. The next pitch hits softly towards the circle. Cunningham will pick it up. Martin's able to make it to first, not in time. A ground out to the pitcher Cunningham, and will head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 runner left on after the hit from Clark. No one else able to reach. Back-to-back strikeouts, and then the ground out to the pitcher will result as going to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bandits trying to mount the comeback, down by 2, 4-2 your score. And a new pitcher will step out now for the Choo-Choos. When we come back, we'll be back here at Mandy Greenmon Field here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2 now your score. It'll be Jones who now steps up to the mound here for this Choo-Choo squad. Robbie Van's night is done. She goes 5 innings of work, and it'll be now Emily Jones who comes up. The DP will now make her way onto the mound, and now it'll be the top of the lineup who comes up, and it'll be Henson who will lead us off here in this top of the 6th inning. First pitch from Jones, fouled off for an 0-1 count. Jones, who has not made a pitching appearance here yet this season, will make her way out to the mound for the first time. As Henson, who hit the first home run of the season, takes the next pitch and fouls it up and out of play, 0-2. Marshall product came into first base after Cunningham moved to the mound. Some new balls will be thrown back towards the umpire, making sure the baskets are full. As for Henson now, of course, last year Marshall was both pitching and hitting. Next pitch, the 0-2 up and away, ball 1. Nobody on, nobody out here for Lindsey Henson, tonight's leadoff hitter now. As Presswood was originally the starting pitcher, replaced now by Henson. She'll hit this one, skies it out to Ricks in center. She'll get underneath there in time, 1 away. So now it'll be Ella Cunningham. Steps up to the plate as Henson tries to relay some intel from Jones's pitching types to her relief pitcher now coming in to hit. A double play and a fly out to the left-hand side as Fox chased it down in foul territory. This one laced out towards left field, getting underneath it, and will make the play. Able to hang on to it once more. Will be Fowler, 2 away. So now it'll be Massengale who lined out to center. The second baseman, our last 2 times up, will come up once more. So quick work here possibly out of Jones, trying to see if she can make it this inning with no damage done. The Bandits trying to say desperately if they can mount something here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch hit to the shortstop side, picked up by Fox, throws across to Martins, and it'll be out number 3. So 3 pitches and 3 outs. And just like that, Jones out of the inning quickly. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. Choos still lead 4-2, trying to end the undefeated streak of this Bandits squad. Will they be able to do so? We'll find out here from Mandy Green Field in just a moment. Here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City League. We'll be right back after this quick break for your top of the 7th inning. Top of the 7th inning, 4-2 still your score. The Choos still lead here after 7, or after 6, I should say. We go to the top of the 7th. Cunningham comes in once more. She will try and see what she can do here. A possible final frame of relief. She is pitched now 5, or going for her 5th straight. She's gone through 4 and is not allowed a run. First pitch now, strike on for Emily Jones, who comes in relief of Robbie Van. She'll take the first pitch and swing right through it. So for Jones, who got a 1-2-3 inning at the bottom of the 6th, now comes up to lead off the top of the 7th. Next pitch from Cunningham. Swung on and fouled. Right up towards the box it comes. 0-2 now the count as Jones with 2 strikeouts tonight already, swinging in both appearances. Had a couple of singles in yesterday's game, trying to see if she can get herself on base here. Had on a couple of insurance runs for herself. Next pitch. On the outer half, called for strike 3. Cut down looking is Jones. And just like that. 7 strikeouts for Cunningham. She has looked dominant here already. One down, the next pitch up and away for ball one. 1-0 now to Emily Fox, who has doubled. Flew out to the second baseman and struck out swinging her last 3 times up. Last time she saw Cunningham, she went down on strikes. The 1-0. Swung on and fouled up and out of play. 1-1. The North Carolina product faces off against the Michigan State product, headed off to Troy next year. Lefty v lefty matchup at the plate on the circle. Next pitch. Up in the zone, caught up off speed, but it'll be too far inside. 2-1. Entering into this contest, Cunningham had 14 strikeouts. That next pitch fouled up and out of play. 2-2 for Cunningham now with 14 Ks. Now up to 20 strikeouts in a Bandits uniform already. Also had 4 for the Smokies team earlier, so now up to 24 strikeouts. Next pitch, out and away, ball 3. The off speed sits a little too far outside. Full count now for Fox, who scored the first run of this ball game after getting on with the double. Scored around by Fowler in that top of the first frame. Full count, nobody on. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, another strikeout. 25 now for Cunningham. On this young season, back-to-back strikeouts, and it brings up Ricks with 2 away and no one on. Kai Ricks, who lined out to right field her last time up. 0 for 1 with 2 walks to her name in the line out. Now steps up with 2 away. First pitch from Cunningham. Inside, ball 1, and Ricks almost goes tumbling forward as running forward type of style swing almost has her go tumbling into the dirt face first. To stay up though as Ricks again with 2 walks to her name, 2 runs scored. Fleet-footed outfielder stepping in once more, stepping in for this Choos squad, usually part of the Smoky Mountain Rain. Next pitch hit out to the left-hand side. Trying to get underneath it will be the left fielder. Will indeed be Holt, and will head to the bottom of the 7th. One more opportunity for the Bandits, trying to keep their undefeated streak alive. They are down 4-2 to the Choos. Will Jones be able to shut it down? We'll find out here in just a moment. From Mandy Greenmont Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you've been watching the Scenic City League. We'll be right back after this quick break. Bottom of the 7th, 4-2 your score. Emily Jones trying to shut down this Bandits offense for one more inning. Got a clean 1-2-3 last time we saw her. Now trying to see if she can do it again. It'll be Ella Grace Harvey who will try and lead us off. Flyouts to short and left field her last 2 times up. As Jones will step up once more, coming in relief of Robbie Van, who went 5 innings, only gave up 2 runs. No walks and strikeouts against her, but now for Jones for the next pitch. Swung and missed. Strike 1. As Grace goes through the outside fastball. Bandits trying to keep the undefeated streak alive. Choos trying to see if they can get themselves a win here tonight against the standings first seeded Bandit squad. Next pitch inside 1-1. Definitely the closest contested affair we have seen in this early season. The next pitch. Down in the dirt, 2-1. The 2-1 to Harvey. On the outer half, just outside 3-1 as the soon-to-be Tennessee Tech product headed off there next year. Trying to see what she can do, tonight's third baseman. 3-1. Inside ball 4, so a base runner on, and it's already threatening here early. So runner will reach in Harvey. Nobody out and nobody out here, and it brings up J.C. Holt, who has lined out to center and flew out to right field her last 2 times up. First pitch on the outer half called a strike as Holt tried to see if she could go for the bunt. They'll now pinch run as Harvey will step out, what I believe is Abby Fairs. The 0-1 to Holt. Up in the zone, ball 1-1 now the count. Runner on first after the leadoff walk to Harvey. She now sits for the moment as it'll be Abby Fairs, I believe, over there on the first base side. Addie Lewis will be the next hitter. Next pitch. Bunt attempt from Holt, fouled off once more, 1-2. J.C. Holt, Maryland Eastern Shore Division I product, the rising senior. Gonna see what you can do here with a 1-2. Outside, 2-2, as that one sits a little too far away. Jones trying to see if she can work through this inning. Shut down this Bandit squad who's had some high-level octane offense already. And their 2 games played, trying to keep themselves undefeated. Next pitch out and away, 3-2. Holt, who was born in Chattanooga, went all the way to high school just down the road from here. Looking to see what you can do with a full count. Next pitch, hit to the left-hand side. Demers not, or will pick it up. Throw to first, not in time, so an infield single. And runners now on second and first with nobody out as Demers can't make the play in time. So now it brings up Addie Lewis. Lined out to center her last 2 times up. With runners on second and first and nobody out. Jones now with a pickle to deal with here. Still a 2-run cushion, but trying to keep it close. First pitch inside, called a strike, 0-1. Alice Wagoner will be the next hitter up. Addie Lewis trying to see what she can do tonight, shortstop. Next pitch, fouled off into the netting, 0-2. Addie Lewis from Saudi Daisy area. Same territory as Abby Fairs, who sits on seconds, but for Lewis attended Chattanooga Christian School, headed off to Lee University next year. The next pitch. Inside, called a strike. Goes down looking and does not agree with it is Lewis, but she'll make her way to the dugout, caught looking. 1 away, runners on second and first. Lewis goes down on strikes. We'll bring up Wagoner, who has 2 singles already tonight. 1 away, runners on second and first. First pitch down and in, 1-0. Wagoner, who in yesterday's game, see that one sit outside for a 1-1 count as that one's called for a strike. As the leadoff hitter yesterday got a walk to her name and scored twice, reaching on an error and grounded out her to first both times before or after that. He's gone 2 for 2 here today. Next pitch inside, 2-1. See what she could do here in her third at-bat of this morning. Now trying to see if she can keep this Bandit squad alive. 2-1. Hit to the third base side. Demers will touch third. The throw to first. Not in time. Martins can't knock it down. The runner will advance to third base. Trying to turn for home will be Holt. The throw to the plate will be in time. She will tag her out. A double play will end the ball game. Holt tried to go all the way around from second to home, and it gets cut down as Lewis gets cut down at third base, and that will end it here. A double play will end the undefeated streak for the Bandits. The Choo-Choos take it. After the ground out the third, Demmer is able to attach the third base bag, throws to first. Martins couldn't collect it. Bounces free, and the throw home will beat Holt to the plate. That will end it here. 4-2 the final. The Bandits fall to the Choo-Choos. Bandits now go to a 2-1 record. As the Choo-Choos find themselves in the win column here tonight. As they will now jump to a 2-1 record, tied with the Bandits now. So that'll go ahead and end it here. So the victory will go to Robbie Van. Jones will knock it down for the save. As Ryan Presswood will be hit with the loss for the Bandits, their first of the season. That'll wrap it up here. So 4-2 the final. The Bandits fall to the Choo-Choos here in Game 1. We'll have Game 2 here in just a little while. Currently scheduled for 12:30. We will see if that still sticks as the case or not. After this quick turnaround time, of course, from Game 1. But with that being said, that'll be the Smoky Mountain Rain taking on the Smokies. Yes, 2 different names, I promise. But with that being said, that'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Once again, 4-2 the final. The Choo-Choos take it over the Bandits here through 7. A 2-1 record for both sides. They now both sit atop of the standings. It'll be the Smoky Mountain Rain and the Smokies who will face off next here at 12:30. Thank you again for tuning in here from Mandy Greenmon Field here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. My name is Mason Strauss. It's been a pleasure to call for you all once more here from the Scenic City Collegiate League. Thank you, everyone, again. We'll have some more softball here later today, and if you're looking for both of these teams, they'll play again tomorrow. With that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you again for tuning in. We hope to see you later.